I don't think on the whole people really enjoyed the tutorial worksheet that I made for yesterday. So I'm just going to do it again from the beginning as a video, and I can do a little sequence of videos and take it a bit further than I did in the tutorial. So this first one is just covering exactly what I did in class. But before I begin, I'm going to point out a problem with what I did in class and in that worksheet. Now, I wanted you to spawn something, and I thought, oh, what's the easiest thing to spawn? Oh, in the standard assets, you've got already this rollerball. Perfect. It looks just right. Now, unfortunately, the rollerball is part of a tutorial that Unity made, and the ball itself is actually controlled by the player, as you can see in this example video. So when you do WASD, and the spacebar and so on actually moves the ball around, and that was a problem for what I wanted to do, because I wanted to make a kind of bowls game, like 10-pin bowling, and it was kind of silly when the ball was actually moving when you move the player around. So that was a mistake, and I'm going to fix that right now and do what I should have done in the first place and show you how to make your own prefab. It's what I'd actually done, and then I came back to this. So let's do that first. So we're going to make a prefab of our own that will be a sphere like the rollerball, but it won't have a controller. So first thing I'm going to do is actually make the object I want. So 3D object, sphere. Then I'm going to add a rigid body to it. So sphere is selected, scroll down to the bottom, add component, rigid body. It means it's got physics on it, so it'll fall, it's got gravity and things like that. And just to make it stand out a little bit, I think I've already got a red material, so I'm just going to drag that onto it. There we are. Let's just see, where is that? Is it a long way away? Oh my gosh, look where it put it. That's a useless place. 0, 0, 0. There it is. Zooming on it, I have a red sphere. So I'm now going to turn that into a prefab. So I'm actually going to rename it first. So I'm going to rename it as red sphere. Is that how you spell sphere? And oh, I've already made one. Never mind, I'm just going to delete that one. Delete. So, because I did this before I even did the rollerball thing. So here's my assets folder. So you can see in the project hierarchy down here, I've selected assets. So if I just drag red sphere down here, that has now made it into a prefab asset. So just like we've used prefabs in the past. Cool. One thing done that we didn't do before, but it's saving us a lot of problems in the long term. So now I'm going to add a component which is a new script. So just scroll down, new script, and it's going to be spawn red sphere script or something. I don't know. Create an add, and we're going to go into edit script when it is thinking about it at the moment. Where am I? I'm here. FPS controller, spawn red sphere, and so you get confused sometimes because Unity is often lagging behind the scenes. So I wanted it to be able to, I want to be able to see that. So public game object, and I'm going to call it thing to spawn, and down here I'm going to say instantiate thing to spawn. Everything spelled correctly. Squiggle at the end means I'm missing semicolon. Save that. Back to Unity. Back to Unity. It's thinking about it still. And my FPS controller, I'm going to drag my red sphere onto there. And that was in update, wasn't it? So 60 times a second is going to spawn a red sphere. That's what's going on here, which is kind of okay. It's a starting point. It's definitely spawning a lot of red spheres, but they're all being spawned on top of each other. So So it's kind of shooting them around. I'm not quite sure what's going on here. Anyway, that's about as far as we got in class today. And next video, we're going to make it a bit more useful than just a whole row of red spheres kind of in the way.